Hello, my friends, and welcome back to this channel. This is week 5 of my glute rebuild, and this week is looking a little bit different, but I'm still showing up, just not perfectly. My name is Daniela. I am 33 and I live in New York City. I'm originally from Finland. I live here in New York now with my husband and our dog and our 2 cats. And this week, my family from Finland is actually visiting us for 10 whole days. They've been here and we've done a bunch of fun things. But as it happens with traveling and visitors and things like that, gym things may or may not fall to the wayside just a little bit. And this vlog is kind of my experience explaining all of that and also explaining all the fun we had and just fun holiday things to do in New York City in general. There's so much cool stuff to do here, both every day, but also especially during the holiday season. You really just can pick and choose what you want to see. But welcome to the video. I really hope you enjoy and I hope you stick around. Hello, my friends. Welcome to week 5. If it looks chaotic behind me, it's because it is. I thought I would start the vlog off now that I have a moment because I still want to stay, consistent with posting my every week, even though this week is gonna be different. It's not gonna be a very locked in vlog, if you catch my drift, because it has been very challenging to stick to a training routine, food routine and stuff like that. My desire to stick with my gym routine was kind of overshadowed by wanting to spend time with them, do all the touristy things and stuff like that. So it did not quite go as easily as I thought it would to stick to my gym routine and stuff like that. I've gotten a few sessions in. Today I did some upper body and a very light run. So I'm doing what I can, but it definitely has proven to be a little bit more difficult than I thought it was gonna be to get all the sessions in. But that is a-okay. I have accepted it, and I think it's a very vital thing for us, like gym people, like people who love to work out, to recognize when you should probably just pull back, relax, stop feeling that oh my god, I'm not working out, the guilt, and just hit the brakes and realize, what is more important to you. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, to show them my city and do all the touristy things. So we've been having a lot of fun. I'm getting ready right now for tonight's adventure, which is going to be a hockey game, which will be so much fun. They're visiting from Finland. In case you didn't know, I'm from Finland, so it's my dad and my stepmom, and they brought such cool hockey jerseys, so I might just wear that tonight, even though it's not it's for my local team back home in Finland, but still very cool. It's the right color anyway, because we're watching the Devils game and they are red and the jersey is red. Anyway, I thought I would intro so that I have the intro so that I can just kind of clip in whatever I am able to film during this week of week 5, whatever workouts I get in, and then we'll do kind of a recap at the end of the week, because it's definitely been, like I said, challenging to get workouts in, but also challenging with food, because we're always on the move. I don't plan my meals and bring my meals with me in the same vein as I do any other given week or normal day or whatever. Getting enough protein in has been challenging, and just tracking in general has really been challenging, and we're always moving. We get so many steps every day, so I'm trying to balance recovery and running and should I run, should I do legs, what should I, so all of the things. It's a good problem to have, I think. Anyway, we'll chat about that at the end of this video, how things went and what we're gonna be focusing on week 6 to kind of lock back in, because I can't say this has been a locked in week. I'll insert a few clips of what we've been up to here on the side. I've mostly been filming them vertically because I've just been filming for my Instagram stories and stuff. We celebrated on Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Eve, which was their first day here, we had foods and watched TV. We watched Home Alone 2 and had some great food, and it was so lovely. And then we took the bus down to Midtown and we watched the Rockefeller Center tree. We've also been to check out Grand Central. We had a lovely brunch in Grand Central. We walked around Midtown. We saw Bryant Park, a little bit of a Times Square situation. Sat down for a little while we waited for our bus to arrive because we had tickets to go to Diker Heights. If you don't know what Diker Heights is, it's this area in Brooklyn where everybody decorates their like mansions with really awesome Christmas decor. And then we also stopped by Dumbo, like a really gorgeous view of the Brooklyn Bridge and Manhattan and like the skyline and everything. And then we've been to the Statue of Liberty and to like the financial district. They've had their very first bagels. Saw the Oculus, Ground Zero, Macy's Holiday Market, some museum walks, and the hockey game is tonight. Full schedule, full of fun New York type things, and it's just really nice to be here during holiday season. Welcome to week 5. I hope you guys had a fantastic holiday season and Happy New Year. I'm on my way to the gym. I was just completely sprayed by a car all up in my face. But it's a nice day and we're gonna hit legs. Good morning. Today is one more day until the new year, 2026. I'm gonna go for a run. It's extremely cold. It's not about being perfect, it's about just being consistent, showing up. So we're gonna do what we can. So this week is not about micromanaging my training the way I typically do. It's just about consistency, showing up, and doing what I can. That feels like temperature today is 10 degrees and I feel it. It's very cold, but we're out here, we're doing it. The high that comes from doing something you really don't want to do and then you do it anyway, amazing. I hope to feel a lot like this in 2026. On Tuesday day, we went to Moulin Rouge on Broadway. I personally loved it. I thought it was amazing, really cool production. And on Wednesday, it was actually New Year's Eve, so I started by going shopping. I have this no buy January thing I try to do every year where I try to not spend unnecessary cash in January. So I went to H&M and also to this K-beauty place and got some skincare. Very exciting. And then after that, we all went to the Guggenheim Museum and just walked around. I mostly just love the architecture in there. And as you can see, I was mostly fascinated by these hanging plants. And then we took a little sunset stroll around the reservoir and went home, had some glögg, and then got ready for the evening, which was just really fun foods, watching TV, and then walking over to the reservoir again to watch some fireworks. This is filmed with the DJI, and I feel like maybe settings-wise, I did not have it completely correct, but I feel like iPhone footage was a little bit better as this clip is. I don't know, let me know what you think, but maybe there are some setting that I was missing, but just the fisheye and like the very darkness didn't really do it for me. I feel like iPhone captured these beautiful fireworks way better. Happy New Year! So today is January 1st. I'm on my way to the gym. It's not really a New Year, New Me session. It's more like a continuation of upholding the promise I made myself and whatever. Tomorrow will be their last full day here, and then on Saturday, the 3rd, they leave at like 8 p.m. or something. Tomorrow we're just going to enjoy the city, maybe walk around Soho, something like that. My sleep was not great. 5 hours of on and off sleep. Aside from that though, I've gotten really great sleep the past week, as was my number one promise to myself during this holiday, to catch up on sleep. I've gotten between like 8 to 10 hours each night, so I feel like I have a lot in the tank. This here was my quad day, so I started off with some like glute activation RDLs. They're not really in my program, but I just wanted to activate them glutes. Then instead of barbell squat today, I did my low stance, narrow stance leg press because I didn't have my squat stuff with me. So that's what I did. And then I moved over into the pendulum squat. I really like this machine and going as deep as possible here and trying to really slow down my pace so that I don't bounce back out of the hole like I did there. Really just something I need to be working on better is just slow this movement down. I did 8 heavier sets here and I really can't add much weight. Like I think I did 2 25-pound plates on this one. So that's a work in progress. And then I do a wide high stance, a leg press with just really slow tempo, focusing on the deep stretch at the bottom position and just moving the weight constantly throughout the entire rep. And then I do some quad extension. This is actually a single leg quad extension, which is fun to do sometimes. A rep range here is 6 reps, wait 5 seconds, 6 more reps, and so on until I hit 18 reps. And then I superset that with some sissy squats. And then lastly, which I did not film, was some Bulgarian split squats. Next few clips are from Friday, which was their last full day here. So we started with a long, lovely walk in Central Park with Hopper in the morning. And then we had a full afternoon of walking and exploring Soho. We started out in the Harley Davidson store because my dad and stepmom are really into motorcycles. And then we took on Chelsea Market and walked through there, had some snacks. And then we walked up more towards the High Line and took actually the entire High Line with our coffee clutched in our cold hands. And the High Line is a really cool walk, no matter what season it is. Just make sure you dress up because it was really, really cold. And then we ended our stroll at Hudson Yards, checked out the mall a little bit, and also the vessel, of course. And then we took the train home and just had a lovely evening at home. Hi, if you're wondering, yes, we will be cleaning Christmas away after. But honestly, Finland waits until 20 days after Christmas, which would be like January 13th or something. So maybe I'll do that. Honestly, I did not miss too many training sessions. I think I nailed 3 to 4 times per week out of my 7 sessions. So I'll call that a win. That is probably more than I thought. I feel like we fell into a rhythm where like I snuck away for a couple of hours to do my workout or do a little early morning run and whatever it was, and then we were able to enjoy whatever event we had after that. But It was so much fun. So happy they came, and I'm so sad they left. We just got back from dropping them off at the airport. It is Saturday night. Tomorrow is Sunday, my last like vacation day before work starts back on Monday. And so tomorrow I'm just gonna be kind to myself and do as little as possible. I want to obviously edit this video to stay on track with week 5. But then after that, I want to just give myself the grace and the time to just relax, just be. Did myself a favor earlier today when I had a 45-minute window of time, and I food prepped my rice, my chicken, my ground turkey, and boiled eggs. So I have what I need to have a successful start of week 6 on Monday. What has, I think, been the most challenging this week, as I mentioned earlier, has just been tracking my food in general. I do think I've been eating enough every day, and like when I say that, I mean like getting enough protein in every day. I do think I've managed to do that, but I haven't like really been good at tracking what I've eaten. Whenever we're at home, I track what I weigh my stuff and things like that, like the routine is there. But when we've been out and like doing things and things like that, or like having snacks somewhere, I haven't like really been tracking that. Some days I've added like an estimate just to make sure that I'm hitting that protein, but other than that, I have not been prioritizing logging my food. That's a choice that I'm okay with for this season. It would be different if it was a competition diet or something where I need to be very rigid. This is just a mini body recomp, mini cut, whatever you want to call it. So it's not the super duper strict life you lead when you are on a competition diet, for example. This week, my priority just was presence, being present, creating memories, and training when I could, and like keeping that routine going, and like making sure that my basics are covered and like protected. Basics being basic needs of having to work out because I love it. So TLDR on that. Tracking has not been dialed in, but that's okay. What I really had to do just like let go of perfection, quote unquote, or like making sure that like I hit every mark perfectly, and just like making sure that I at least get something in, get some movement in, keep the ball rolling so that I'm not like back to square one on Monday. I wanted to keep my momentum, and I feel like I really was able to do that. So I'm really happy and proud about that. I am curious to see how my week 6 is gonna be in terms of like when I do my check-in, and like what the weight and measurements are looking like, and how I'm feeling in the gym, because I do feel like I've kept things up, but obviously the intensity of like 4 leg days, 2 run days, and 1 upper body days is not the same as like 4 sessions in a week. So we shall see, but I'm so excited to get back into routines and just like the swing of things. I think I had a really good ball rolling before the holidays hit, so I'm really looking forward to just like keeping that momentum going and just balls to the wall. I like that my January 1st was not like a let's start moment. It was more of a let's keep going moment. You know what I mean? Like it was not a complete 180 from what I'm used to. It's just like optimizing the rest of the aspects. I love New Year's. If you did not know, I love New Year's resolutions. I support New Year's resolutions. I make them every year. My takeaway, message from this holiday, these 2 weeks of holidaying, is that consistency beats perfection every time, because consistency is something you can uphold through stormy waters. Consistency is more attainable during these types of weeks, whereas if I have a chill week in other areas, I can reach perfection in my gym area. This is just kind of what like the bodybuilding wellness lifestyle maybe looks like in real life. It's not always perfect, but it is just showing up. This was week 5. We did a YouTube video this week. That's crazy. I love that we are doing this together. It's a lot of fun to have like all of these phases of life documented week by week. Anyway, this was week 5. In week 6, I'm looking forward to just like optimizing all of the areas that were kind of put on the back burner during these weeks of holidaying. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in week 6.